Hey, Tony Chips here, Chiappetta Shoes. This is a workshop live. We've got an E18 foot type, bigger guy, heavier guy, really supinated. Now, I've been helping with a lot of people today in the last couple of days, and when we're dealing with a little bit of a weight issue on top, our brain's main job is to make our life as easy as possible. So oftentimes, when we have too much weight on top, what we often find is that people will supinate a lot more. Now, you can abduct, turn to the outside, you can supinate, and usually a combination of the two. You can also shorten your gait up. What the body is doing when we compensate like this is we're actually taking stress off the knees. If we have too much weight on top and we're taking a step, we're going to have that natural pronation. Even with the high arch, there's going to be still a little bit of mobility on the knee. So the body tells the brain, or the brain tells the body to supinate to the outside. And when we do that, kind of walk like this. We're not using the knee quite as much, and we're putting a lot of stress on the outside parts of the feet. So this lovely customer, great guy, been working with him for a long time. Got an awesome orthotic, standard 4-layer EVA polyurethane, Solflex, and cork underneath you. Good 55 multi-cork from Acor. We have a nice modification profile. One thing I'm gonna hit Fredo up about is that this metatarsal pad, it looks a little off. It's a little, it's a little to the outside part of the foot. I think Fredo is trying to add that to help load up. Now, it worked for a while, but this is just about a 40 durometer EVA. It does crush down. He was worried, and he was feeling over the last couple of weeks that his foot was crushing down too much on the outsides. I could see that both on the top and the bottom. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna replace this. We're gonna put it a little bit better spot. We're gonna shift it to the middle. We're gonna use a 3mm cushion cork material, cork rubber combination. We're also going to double up on the 65 durometer J cork lateral cuboid bar. So we're gonna hit there and there. That should do the job for us. Let's take the top down. And when we help feet out, orthotics are not meant to last a million years. When we make an orthotic, we guarantee ours for 3 years. We build them to last 5 to 7. And, we found that that's a good sweet spot for the right longevity when you're making orthotics. Excuse me, 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab a template. Couple of minutes of time, or a couple of years of time is the right amount of time for when we're helping a foot like this out. Now, I've got 1-inch cuboid bar. I'll take that bad boy, get that cut. We're gonna double it up with the same material. That'll be 6mm total. Typically on any modification, 9mm is about the max you're gonna wanna go. Because that's a lot underneath the foot. Material hardness and type does also matter a lot when we're dealing with something like that, because you can go thicker, but if it's soft, it's gonna compress a fair amount. And, all right, we got there and there. Glue that up. Perfecto. All right, there's that. Now, I'm gonna take this to the grinder. I already cleaned it off the acetone and heated it up, puffed it back up again. We're gonna take this EVA standard met off, and we're gonna replace that with, this is a met bar. I'm considering a met bar or a standard met pad, but go a little bit longer into the midfoot. Help offer some additional longitudinal support. All right, take it over the grinder. Thanks, Joe. Okay. Back to top down. All right, now we got our pieces here. Cleaned up, a little bit of a glue residue left over. I'm thinking, why don't we do a T-form? There we go, that shape. Met bar, T-form. We're gonna go a little bit more into it. Perfecto. Okay, we got our cushion cork material right here. Whenever I'm teaching the kids, maximize your materials as much as possible. We don't like waste. Waste is money, and I don't like wasting money. All right, so we're gonna cut our pieces out. Want more longitudinal support, so that's why we're going with the met bar scenario. And the intention is to get that met pad lined up. You saw what we had on there before. It was too much to the lateral side, and it was too soft. We'll have a talk with Fredo about that. But, you all right, Pete? Okay. Perfecto. Now we want to match up length. Okay, now I'm going over a little bit different shape. We're going to taper this nicely so there's not any hard ridges underneath the foot. Okay? We're going to check that lengthwise. Match that up. Beautiful. All right. So we got our pieces, we got glue. We have this. When you glue contact cement, you really want to make sure it's bonded properly. Key with that, patience. You want to give it a little bit of time. A couple minutes to let dry out, which means we got a break coming up in a sec.
Good job, Joe. See you in a week. Yeah. See you in a week. Yeah.
Hey, Nikki.
Some Berkey EVAs.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look at this right here. Best brother in the game,
Yeah,
right here.
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
that's right, that's right. All
All
right,
right.
we're gonna take a break. All right, baby, we're back. So we got E18 foot type. We got some supination, some crushing down of the outside of the foot. Guy's a little bit bigger, walking on the outside. He's got to save the knees. He's got a bad right knee. Left knee isn't that far off. But we're just really walking on the outsides of the foot too much. Now with the orthotic, if we can help support that longitudinal aspect down the middle section, the medial side, we're going to take pressure off that, because then we can help the knee walk more natural. So that's what we're shooting for. Now, what we got today is old Met pad too far to the lateral side. We're going to talk to Fredo about that. New Met pad, T-form, shaped by pet egg. Big fan of that. Longitudinal support plus kind of a Met bar. We have a cuboid bar and a longitudinal arch bar already on there. We're going to go on top of that, and then we're doubling up on the on the cuboid bar, the lateral bar, to help keep him from rolling out too much. So usually this spot is a good area. The peroneal nerve runs right across the outside part of the foot there. And when we load that up, there's both a mechanical response from the body as well as a nervous system response. You load that up and it says, oh hey, stay off that heel. Don't roll to the outside too much. Middle area here, we're helping the foot, ankle, knee walk more evenly versus supinate too much. So, got that there and there. All right. Perfecto. We'll take this to the grinding machine, get this set up. So we got E18 foot type, redoing the Met pad with a T-form, doubling up on the cuboid. Intention is to reduce supination by increasing longitudinal support, metatarsal support, and lateral bar support. Beautiful. All right. There's that. There's that. Let's go take it to the grinding machine. I'm pounding this right now. All right. right, we got these bad boys modded up. New T-form 3mm cushion cork met longitudinal bar right there. We got a lateral cuboid bar doubled up, tapered down to about 5mm. T-form, we left that full, tapered the edge just a touch. Nice and nice. Ain't no better than Chiappetta is what we like to say. If you got foot problems, we would love to help. Big news of the day, which we'll have more of a formal announcement probably early next week. Laura Sebastian, one of my apprentices, just got certified. She is a part of the Certified Fit Orthopedist Club. Welcome aboard, Laura. Thank you guys very much. Tune in every day, all day. If you got problems, check us out. ChiappettaShoes.com, 2 P's, 2 T's. Ciao!